Welcome one, welcome all to another edition of TGPW, that Gorilla Position Wrestling. I, of course, am your host, your commentator, your booker man, producer extraordinaire, the Swink. And this time around, we are presenting a very special tournament, the TGPW Title Tournament. Way this is going to work is there are 32 competitors in this tournament. The winner of this tournament will be crowned the TGPW Title Champion. And throughout the next several weeks on YouTube, I will be uploading the tournament. We'll have the first round matches on this episode, followed next week by the Sweet 16, the next week the Elite 8, then the Final Four, and of course the finals itself. So keep checking back here on my YouTube channel, and if you want to get notified when there's a new episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon down there on the bottom corner of this video so you can get notifications when the next episode of the TGB Title Tournament airs on my YouTube channel. Of course, TGPW, the Gorilla Position, is based on a radio show I co-host, The Gorilla Position, hosted by myself, Steve Ahrendt, the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the Amazing Turtle, and our producer, Martez Ale. And you can listen to that every Thursday night from 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, until 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central Time. That's 3 hours every Thursday night on blogtalkradio.com. Also, Open Talk Radio 313theflash.com as well. And we have a Facebook page as well, facebook.com/thegorillaposition. So make sure you go there if you are on the Book of Faces and like the page. You'll get notified when new episodes of the show air. Plus, we'll have a Facebook Live video of the audio as well if you missed it, or if you want to listen to it that way. But Open Talk Radio 313theflash.com is undergoing some construction, so the website is getting a facelift. But right now you can listen to the show on blogtalkradio.com/opentalk313radio. Sorry, blogtalkradio.com/opentalkradio313. I'll get it right. So that's where you can listen to the show. But without further ado, let's run through the brackets before we get to the tournament. We've got Steve Ahrendt versus Nyla Rose, K-Von Journey versus Jason Powell, Bobby Lashley versus Kenny Omega, Nick Gage versus Tim Storm, Battlepony versus Jushin Thunder Liger, Aeroboy versus Will Osprey, Sasha Banks versus Utami, Hayashishita, Rich Swann versus the Amazing Turtle. Apologies. The Macho Ghost versus Ricky Morton, Mike Stover versus Koko T. Ware, Gran Blanco Presentadora versus Ultimo Guerrero, Jon Moxley versus Warhorse, Keiji Muto versus Marty Drip Drip, Kota Ibushi versus Chris Bay, and Jacob Fatu versus Daisuke Sakamoto. Finally, Adam Page versus Roosh. So let's get the show on the road. Steve Ahrendt versus Nyla Rose is our first round matchup. As you can see, Bill Alfonso is the referee for our tournament. Our normal referee, Mike Brennan, is in the tournament as the Amazing Turtle, so therefore I felt we need an unbiased official. So he picked the man who calls it right down the middle, Daddy. Referee Bill Alfonso, who was a guest on the gorilla position before. So only appropriate. He is the referee for this tournament. Now you might be asking why Steve Ahrendt versus Nyla Rose. Well, Steve Ahrendt, of course, earned an opportunity in this tournament by winning at our last event, Tag Team Madness, teaming up with Jon Moxley. They defeated Lio Rush and Ken Shamrock to get a spot, both of them getting a spot in this tournament. Lio Rush, Ken Shamrock out of the tournament. Nyla Rose, meanwhile, entered this tournament when she heard Steve Ahrendt's comments on recent episodes of the gorilla position about her, not taking kindly to Steve Ahrendt's words, and would love nothing more than to defeat Steve Ahrendt here in the first round and knock him out of the tournament and maybe shut him up. So that's why this match is happening here in our first round. Right now we've got an exchange of blows here between Nyla Rose and Steve Ahrendt. And Nyla, the native beast, wins that exchange. Big boot by Steve Ahrendt. And now he's got Nyla Rose on the ropes here. Goes behind and implies that trapezius claw now. Alfonso asking Nyla Rose if she submits. Remember, you can win matches by pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification. There's a spear. That's a signature move of Steve, but Nyla Rose able to get up. Steve got the testicular claw applied, but Nyla Rose refuses to give up. And Steve suplexes Nyla out of the ring, takes time out to hit the pose. What a lariat by Nyla. She goes to the top, hits the diving knee drop. Goes behind, but countered with a back elbow by Ahrendt. Big sidewalk slam by Nyla, but Steve drags her back towards the center now. Nyla with rapid fire punches. Steve responds in kind with a little flip, flop, and fly, Daddy. There's the bionic elbow, if you will. And it sets up perfectly the sushi roll. This is the move he used to win last month's Tag Team Madness. He hits it, goes for the cover. Alfonso counts. No, big time kick out by Nyla Rose. 2.99999 right there. Back to the submission hold. But Nyla refuses to give up to the claw. I think he was looking for it again, but Nyla countered. Ahrendt sets her up for the spear, and there it is. But Nyla back to her feet, again to the claw, and that's it. Nyla Rose has no choice but to give up as Steve Ahrendt wins with the most devastating claw hold in Fire Pro Wrestling. And in TGPW, that is. The testicular claw proves to be the deciding factor in this one as Steve Ahrendt knocks off Nyla Rose in our first matchup in the tournament. 8:59 the time on that one. 64 match evaluation. So Steve Ahrendt moves on in the tournament. And he awaits the winner of our next match, Kayvon Journey versus Jason Powell. Of course, both Kayvon and Jason, frequent callers, super fans, if you will, of the Gorilla Position show. Kayvon and Jason have an ongoing verbal rivalry as they've exchanged verbal barbs on the show back and forth. Now it's put up or shut up time as these two finally go at it in a wrestling ring for once. We'll determine who truly is the better man here tonight. Is it Kayvon or is it Jason? Jason Powell, of course, wearing a very familiar outfit, if you will. That of the Macho Man Randy Savage's outfit at WrestleMania 8. As, of course, we know that Jason Powell is the alleged illegitimate son of the Macho Man Randy Savage, the ghost of the Macho Man. Found that out. There's a quick cover and just a 1 count. Kayvon likes to refer to himself as the big dog, the head of the table, the tribal chief, whatever you want to call him. He's a man of many nicknames. Big double axe handle right there by Jason. The winner of this match, of course, taking on Steve Ahrendt in the 2nd round. And Steve has had his issues with Kayvon, so you know Steve would probably prefer to wrestle Kayvon in the 2nd round rather than Jason. Nice double arm suplex right there by Jason. And a cover, gets 2, and no. Sets him up for another one, but the big dog saw that coming. Able to get out of it with a back body drop. Nice counter. Big dog sets him up. There's the spear. But Jason quickly back to his feet. Jason doesn't know where he is. He's staggered. There's a scoop slam. Sets him up perfectly. Oh, he thought better of it. I think he was looking for the Macho elbow. But gets caught with a Samoan drop. Nice gut wrench suplex and a knee drop. The punch combo from Jason as the crowd goes wild. And his arm just went wild. That was something else. I don't think I've seen that one before. Uh-oh. Big time power bomb right there. Inverted atomic drop. Jason heads to the top looking for the elbow. He gets it. It's a cover, but the big dog with the presence of mind to just reach out and get the rope break. He was far too close to the ropes there. There's a DDT by the big dog, Kayvon. Kayvon shoots him off, but Jason counters with a knee. He goes up top, calling for the elbow. There it is, center of the ring, cover 2 and 3. Jason defeats the big dog, Kayvon, the Macho son, with the Macho elbow. Ooh, yeah. Dig it. Somewhat of an upset here as the tribal chief, the big dog, the head of the table, he's defeated by Jason, the Macho son, in 7 minutes 46 seconds with the Macho elbow drop. 66% on that one. So it will be Jason versus Steve in round number 2. Our next first round matchup in this region sees Bobby Lashley versus Kenny Omega. This is the battle between 2 champions of 2 high-profile promotions. Arguably the top 2 biggest wrestling promotions on the planet today. WWE versus AEW. It's the WWE champion, Bobby Lashley, versus the AEW champion, Kenny Omega. One of these men would love to add the TGPW championship to their collection if they could win this tournament. But one of these great champions is going to be eliminated right here in the very first round. Will it be Lashley or will it be Omega that advances in the tournament? Lashley represents the Hurt Business, while Kenny Omega represents the Elite. Omega associated with the Good Brothers. But will we see the Good Brothers get involved? Will we see the Hurt Business get involved? Omega avoids the Lashley spear right there. Lots of spears so far in this one. This tournament. Very popular move. Nice counter with the overhead kick right there by Omega. Omega looking for a suplex, but Lashley too strong. Able to show off his strength there with a suplex of his own. Stalling vertical suplex just letting all the blood rush to the brain of Kenny Omega. Rush right to his head as he hits that suplex. Lashley has him up. Dominator. Rolls him over. Covers him. 2 and 3. No! Omega out at 2.9. Lashley taunts. You can't escape. Omega follows it up with the moonsault press, but Lashley's feet were in the ropes. Trading shots now. Who's going to get the better of this exchange? Omega does with that V-trigger knee. Seen that V-trigger. Deadly effective. A quick cover by Omega. Just gets 2 as Lashley out for the 3. And now he locks in a submission hold here. But Lashley not able to get Omega to give up. A quick inside cradle nearly caught Lashley unawares right there. Military press by Lashley, showing off his impressive strength. Lashley, a former Army vet turned pro wrestler. Look at Omega with the tope con hero to the floor. Both men make it back in to avoid the countout. Nice Uranagi by Omega. Omega in control here, heads to the top. Hits the missile drop kick on Lashley. Lashley in a bad way right now. Hooks him up. There it is, the brain buster to the knee. Omega, I think, is calling for the V-trigger. There it is, V-trigger to the back of Lashley. Omega is taking control of this one. I think he was looking for one-winged angel, but Lashley, with the presence of mind, able to avoid. But Omega avoids the attack by Lashley in the corner. It's the kamikaze, but couldn't follow up with that moonsault. Both men collide in the center of the ring. No time limit on these matches, by the way. Countouts, 20 count on the floor in these matches. Sets him up for the Dominator once again. Lashley drags him out, goes for the cover. Is that going to be enough? No, the ropes right there to save Omega. Omega goes behind, hits the V-trigger out of the Rainmaker setup. There's the Snapdragon by Omega. Omega with another V-trigger. He's waiting on Lashley to get back to his feet. Measures him with another V-trigger. Lashley has him up. Going for a powerbomb, countered into a Rana. But Alfonso calls for the break. Scoop and a slam by Omega. You can't escape. Irish whip off the ropes. Lashley hits the spear, but he can't capitalize. Lashley is running on fumes right now. You can see him chest heaving. He is running out of gas. There's another spear. But no, caught with the one-winged angel. Is that it? 2 and 3. He got him. Kenny Omega with the win over Lashley with the one-winged angel. All it took was one. Most devastating finisher right now in all of pro wrestling, as the Cleaner defeats the Almighty in 12 minutes 51 seconds with the one-winged angel, 96%. What a matchup. On this day, AEW prevails over WWE, and Omega will face the winner of our next match. It is Nick Gage versus Tim Storm. Nick Gage, of course, representing GCW, Game Changer Wrestling, the longest reigning GCW champion. Well, Tim Storm represents the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, a former NWA champion. So it's GCW versus NWA here in our first round match of the TGPW title tournament. Nick Gage, self-proclaimed god of this shit. The king leader of the MDK, Murder Death Kill Gang, Hate Club, Eastern Bloc, all that jazz. Didn't take long for Gage to grab a chair here. Gage, mostly known for his deathmatch wrestling. This is a traditional wrestling match. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gage tried to get hardcore, or extreme if you will, ultra violent. But if he wants to win this match, he's going to have to out-wrestle Tim Storm. Tim Storm, a school teacher, also a professional wrestler. Mama Storm, most likely watching this match, cheering her baby boy, Tim Storm, on. But right now, Nick Gage pounding away at the forehead of Tim Storm. We've seen Nick Gage on this channel before compete in the deathmatch tournaments. Here he is in another tournament, trying to win. He was not able to win either of the TWS, that deathmatch show, tournaments. Can he have better luck here in the TGPW title tournament? Hook clothesline, and he got a 2 count off of that. Storm was looking for a double arm suplex perhaps. Gage got out of it, goes up top, went for a swan dive headbutt, went for broke, and he missed. But Gage with the DDT, and now raining down forearm shots to the face of Tim Storm as Alfonso asks Storm if he wants to give it up. There's the choke breaker, but instead of going for the cover, he goes into the Tiger Driver. Storm sweeps the leg, applies the figure 4, but Gage refuses to give up. There we see Gage just stole Storm's move right there, the swinging neck breaker, and got a 2.9 out of it. Catches him with a spine buster coming in off the ropes. Big power bomb. Gage off the ropes now. Went for a forearm shot but missed, scooping a slam. Tim Storm out on his feet. Hook clothesline again by Gage. But Storm fighting back now with those rapid chops. Center of the ring, figure 4, nowhere for Gage to go, but Gage refuses to give up. Perfect positioning by Storm as well, got him dead center in the ring. He had nowhere to go, couldn't reach the ropes, but Gage showing his toughness, refusing to give up. Storm with the vertical suplex takes down Gage. Gage again with that Tiger Driver 98. But instead of going for a cover, he decides to pick Storm up for some reason. Fall away slam. Storm back to his feet first, but he's woozy. Swinging neckbreaker by Tim Storm as he tries to get the crowd into this one. He's off the ropes. Hits a boot. There's a brain buster by Gage. That could be all 2 and no. Tim Storm just got the shoulder up, according to referee Bill Alfonso, at the last second. A 2.9 kick out by Tim Storm. Double arm suplex takes over Gage as Storm seemingly has new life here. Shoots him off. Went for the chop, but blocked by Gage. Gage with another power bomb. Is that enough? 2 and 3. He got him. Nick Gage outlasts Tim Storm in this war of attrition as he advances, and he will face Kenny Omega in the second round. What a second round matchup that is going to be. Kenny Omega versus Nick Gage. Nick Gage with the win over Storm in 11 minutes, 20 seconds. Rapid powerbomb whip, 77% is the match evaluation on that one. Next up, we've got Battlepony versus Jushin Thunder Liger in junior heavyweight action. we're not going to waste any more time. Let's get to the ring for this one. Of course, the enigmatic Battlepony made his debut at the Gorilla Position Presents Tag Team Madness, our last month's event, where he was victorious in tag team action with Warhorse over Danzig and Zandig. Battlepony picking up the win by forcing the ultra-violent icon, John Zandig, to tap out to that single leg Boston Crab of his, which you know he's going to be looking to apply to the legend Liger in this one to try to get him to tap out. There's a quick cover by Liger off the crossbody, not even a 1 count. Liger, a legendary figure in professional wrestling, a junior heavyweight icon. Maybe one of, if not the best junior heavyweight wrestler ever to put on a pair of wrestling boots. He's held junior heavyweight championships all over the world. There's a cover and a 1 count. He's wrestled in the United States. He's wrestled in Japan. He's wrestled in Mexico. He's wrestled in Canada. Everyone knows the iconic look of Jushin Thunder Liger. And even though he is retired in IRL, if you will, in Fire Pro, he is back and he wants to win that TGPW Championship. And right now he's got the figure 4 on the Battlepony. Battlepony applies that side headlock, grinding down on the head of Liger. Liger with a quick cover, just gets 1. Dragon screw leg whip by Liger. Scoop and a slam by Battlepony, goes for a cover, not even a 1 count. Irish whip off the ropes. Caught him with a knee. Did Battlepony coming in. Grinds on that headlock. Snap mares him down. Does Liger. Liger telling Fonzo, ask him. But it's going to take more than that to beat the Battlepony. Again, Liger asking Alfonso to ask Battlepony if he capitulates, but he is not willing to give it up. Double axe handle smash by the Battlepony. Loads him up, vertical suplex, takes him down. Thought he might suplex him out of the ring, but not quite. These two now trading shots. Liger in a bit of trouble right now. Battlepony applies the STF. He did drag him away from the ropes. Rapid fire palm strikes by Liger. Snap power bomb. Picks up the Battlepony. And there's those palm strikes, the dreaded palm strikes of Liger. Super kick caught him right on the jaw. Battlepony boots him in the midsection, staggers him, hits the forearm shot. As Liger was dazed. Liger with a body slam, quick. Roll up, 2, and no. Inside cradle. Almost caught him napping, but Liger able to get out at 2. Liger goes behind, hits the shote, the palm strike right to the back of the noggin. You've seen him use that shote, the palm strike, effectively. I thought maybe Liger was going for a dive, but thought better of it. Meets Battlepony on the outside, slams him on the mats. These two battling on the floor right now. They got to get back in the ring, though. Battlepony's got to get back in the ring, and he avoids the count out narrowly. Back into the count of 17. There's the Quebradora, the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, whatever you want to call it. Liger's loading up that fist for the palm strike, but he missed. Battlepony knew it was coming. Had the presence of mind to avoid it. There's that single leg crab. He used that to beat Zandig. Can he get Liger to tap out? No. Liger loads him up. Running Liger bomb, but The ropes saved the Battlepony right there. Goes behind, takes down Liger. Liger out on his feet, gets caught with a boot. Into the STF. Is Liger going to tap? Will Liger give up? No, Liger escapes the STF. Overhead belly-to-belly throw by the Battlepony. Liger with a scoop and a slam. Goes behind, sets him up, back body drop. The backdrop suplex, if you will. Not back body drop. Into the cross arm breaker. Referee asking, no. Liger not giving up. Palm strike. Takes down Battlepony. There's the brain buster. He goes for the cover, but again, the ropes there. Too close to the ropes. As rope break, of course, is on in these matches. The single leg crab again applied. Alfonso asks Liger, but Liger doesn't give up. Tombstone pile driver by Jushin Thunder Liger. And there's a upper hand shovel shot. Draining palm strikes to the chest. Liger with the spinning wheel kick. But Battlepony back to his feet, hits a drop kick, takes down Liger. Open hand palm strike takes him down. Backslide, but the ropes are there. Cross arm breaker, but again, in the ropes. Fisherman buster by Liger. As he shoots him off the ropes, hits a drop toe hold. Big bulldog from Liger. Goes behind, rolls him up. Is this it? Schoolboy? No! Nearly caught him. All it takes is 3 seconds. Delayed brain buster by Liger. Is that enough? Both hands pressed, and 3. Jushin Thunder Liger gets the Battlepony. As you saw, Battlepony kicked out at 4 basically there. A little too late on that one, as Alfonso counts to 3. The delayed vertical brainbuster, enough for Jushin Thunder Liger to pick up the win against the Battlepony here. The first round, 17:39. Is your time on that one, 86%. In case you're wondering, all these matches are fought at 125 speed. Next up, we've got Aeroboy versus Will Osprey. Aeroboy gained entry into this tournament by virtue of being the TWS Deathmatch Champion, so he's looking to add another title to his resume. Aeroboy won the TWS That Deathmatch Show 2 tournament, which is a grueling 32-man tournament there. He won that tournament, then went on to defeat the Deathmatch Champion himself at Sushi Onita, FMW legend and pioneer, deathmatch wrestler extraordinaire. No one could have predicted Aeroboy to win the tournament. No one could have predicted him to beat Onita. So even though it may look like Ospreay has the advantage here, that it should be a win for Will Osprey, arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. The fact is, we've seen Aeroboy do what was thought to be the impossible already. And you can see that deathmatch tournament 2 right here on my YouTube channel as well. You can either watch it for the first time if you haven't seen it before, or relive it if you want to watch it again. But it is proven fact, Aeroboy is a champion here. That is why he's in this tournament. Ospreay in the tournament representing Rev Pro, Revolution Pro Wrestling out of the United Kingdom. He is the Rev Pro undisputed British heavyweight champion. Slips out of the suplex attempt, go behind, measures him, and there is that kick. He loves to do that tornado-style kick. The Robinson Special, I believe he calls that. The forearms and a drop salt by Ospreay. Forearms again. Ospreay, a member of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster, the leader of the United Empire faction, the Commonwealth Kingpin, and the winner of this year's New Japan Cup 2020. High Texas Cloverleaf. Catches him with an enziguri, does the Aeroboy. Aeroboy with a bow and arrow submission. Ospreay escapes, shoots him off the ropes. Standing Spanish fly by Ospreay. Caught. Aeroboy coming in. Incredible athletic move right there by Ospreay. Ospreay has moved up from junior heavyweight to heavyweight in New Japan, but he's still able to pull off amazing athletic maneuvers just like that one. V-trigger knee right there from Aeroboy. Aeroboy wrestles for DTU in Mexico, which is known for incorporating lucha libre and deathmatch wrestling. So he can do the high flying, he can do the deathmatch. Ospreay counters out of that into a stunner. The stun dog billionaire, if you will. Kawada kicks from Ospreay. Has him up, sit out, power bomb. Is that enough? No. Standing Spanish fly once again. Cover. 2 and 3. No. Aeroboy out of 2.9, showing his resiliency. Tiger wall kick right there from Ospreay. Drop toe hold from Ospreay. Rolls him up. Does the Aeroboy. Can he catch him here? No. Ospreay out the back at 2. Another sit out power bomb. Is that enough? No. Ospreay out of 2.9. Kudo driver. Kudo driver by Aeroboy, but he doesn't go for the cover. Instead, he taunts. I don't know how wise that was. When you have a guy like Ospreay down, you need to go for the cover, kid. Call him kid, but you know. I mean, he is called Aeroboy, but taunts him and then hits a cutter. Instead of going for a cover, he picks him up, shoots him off. Wants to deliver more offense here. Applies the Texas Cloverleaf. Is that enough? Alfonso asking, but no. Ospreay escapes. And now we've got a forearm exchange here between these two. Ospreay wins it with that kick, roundhouse kick. Essex Destroyer. Haven't seen that one in a while from Ospreay. The Essex Destroyer. But Aeroboy quickly back up. We got a vertical suplex. I just talked about the United Empire. Here comes Jeff Cobb to the ring. Flying head scissors by Aeroboy. Aeroboy off the top, hits the 450 splash, and he's in the ropes. And now we've got a double team here as United Empire going to work on Aeroboy. I can't say I'm surprised as Jeff Cobb and Will Osprey deliver a pair of double vertical suplexes to Aeroboy. It's a 2-on-1 situation here. Aeroboy having to fight off both men. Cobb there to break up the pin. Dragon screw leg whip by Cobb. Ospreay clears out the cobwebs as Cobb leaves the ring finally. Looked like he was calling for the Os cutter, but Aeroboy tries to catch him. Apparently that was a rope break. I don't know about that one. Ospreay just got chucked outside the ring by Aeroboy, who uses that time to recuperate here. Regain some stamina. He's caught with a sit-out power bomb. Scooping a slam. Is that enough? No. 2.9 off the scoop slam. Ospreay goes behind, sets him up. Reverse Bloody Sunday right there. Aeroboy gets the cutter. into that cloverleaf. Is that enough? No. I thought that was it. Michinoku driver number 2. But Ospreay's leg caught that bottom rope. Presence of mind by Will Osprey to get his foot on the bottom rope to force the break. That could have been it. A backslide. But Ospreay had him too close to the ropes. Michinoku driver 2 and 3. 3 count fall. Aeroboy pulls off the shocking upset here. Despite the interference from Jeff Cobb, Ospreay able to prevail, Aeroboy to prevail over Ospreay. The interference from Ospreay's stablemate, Jeff Cobb, was not enough. Aeroboy defeats Ospreay in 17 minutes 46 seconds with the Michinoku driver number 2. 79% on that one. I don't think anyone could have predicted Aeroboy defeating Ospreay there. But again, he continues to defy the odds, does Aeroboy. We now know he will take on Jushin Liger in the second round of the tournament. Rounding out this region, we've got 2 more first round matchups. Sasha Banks versus Utami, Hayashishita, and Rich Swann versus Amazing Turtle. Let's head into our next matchup. It is 2 of the 3 females entered in this tournament. We are equal opportunity here in TGPW. Down with the hierarchy, I say. Or sorry, down with the patriarch is the correct term. That is why Hayashishita and Banks are in this tournament. Utami Hayashishita, a champion in Stardom. Sasha Banks, of course, the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion as of this recording. This is March 27th, 2021. Only 2 weeks before WrestleMania 37, where Banks will defend the SmackDown Women's Championship against the number 1 contender, the EST of WWE. I, of course, am talking about Bianca Belair. But as of this recording, Banks is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Utami Hayashishita is the Stardom, World of Stardom Champion. I believe that is the title that she currently holds. I'm going to get confirmation on that so I don't look like a boob. I don't have somebody in the comments correcting me if I am incorrect in that assumption. Yes, she is the World of Stardom Champion. She is the current World of Stardom Champion, so I am correct about that. Former Future of Stardom Champion, a former SWA World Champion as well. Won the 5-star GP in 2020. Highly decorated in Stardom is Utami Hayashishita. That is why she is here in this tournament. She'll be looking for one of her signature moves, the Air Raid Crash or the BT Bomb, that sit-out Crucifix Power Bomb she adopted for Black Tiger. While Sasha Banks loves to use her submission move, the Bank Statement. Right now, Sasha Banks in control of this one. I would be remiss if I didn't yell, "Boss time!" or "It's boss time!" You know, since a certain commentator is known to yell that every time Sasha Banks makes her appearance in the Thunderdome, brother. What a lariat by Utami. Then takes her down with that judo throw. There's a forearm from Utami. Hangman's neckbreaker by Banks. Follows it up with a diving knee drop. Again, back to the submission. The cross-arm choke. Deadlift, German with a bridge. But the ropes saved her. Repeated knees to the midsection of Utami by Banks. Banks goes behind, standing switch reversal, but a back elbow from Banks gets out of it. Sends her into the corner, sets her up. Calling for the finish. There it is, the BT bomb. Connects. Out of the corner, hooks the leg, 2 and no. Banks kicks out of the BT bomb. Delayed suplex by Utami. There's a series of knife edge chops from Banks. What a cocky cover. Just puts her foot on her chest. It nearly got a 3 out of that. That would have been humiliating for Utami to lose off a pin like that. Argentine backbreaker rack into the spinning power bomb. There's the Banks statement. Is that enough? No. Utami escapes. That Argentine backbreaker rack. She loves to transition that move into a spinning power bomb. There's the frog splash and a 2 count. Shades of her idol Eddie Guerrero as Banks is set in the corner, but Utami ran into the buckle herself. There's the chops and another cocky cover. 2 and no. It's the shoulder up, does Utami. Hayashishita. Hayashishita gets taken down with another Hangman's neckbreaker by Sasha Banks. Banks goes for another frog splash. Is that it? 2 and no. Utami out at 2. Showing great resiliency here. Great fighting spirit. Nice STO takedown. Calling for her to get up. Levels her with a lariat. Of course, Sasha Banks, very popular. One of the most popular women's stars. There it is, into the Banks statement. And no, the ropes saved Utami there as she suplexes Banks out of the ring, follows her outside. Has her up, spinning powerbomb on the floor. Banks counters out with a reverse mule kick. Utami gets back in the ring at 13 as she avoids a count out here. This has been a great back and forth matchup between these two women. It's a shame one of them has to lose. Cover by Banks. No, I thought that would have been it. But Utami out. Nice Hurricane Rana by Banks. Banks from behind. Standing switch by Utami. Has her up again with that Argentine rack. Spins into the powerbomb. Goes with her cover. Hooks a leg. 2 and 3. Utami Hayashishita pulls off the win over Sasha Banks here. The member of Queen's Quest gets the better of the boss in this one. Utami wins it in 16 minutes 49 seconds with Torture Rack Bomb B. 89% on that one. As Utami will face the winner of our final matchup in this region. It is Rich Swann versus the Amazing Turtle. Let's go to that one right now. Of course, the Amazing Turtle, a member of the Gorilla Position show. All the members of the Gorilla Position radio show are entered in the tournament. We saw him earlier, Steve Ahrendt, There it is, the stunner right off the bat, but Swann back to his feet. I didn't even get through my intros and he already hits his finish. But Turtle, Martez, myself, well, I didn't think it was fair to enter myself in the tournament. But Martez, we'll see him later in the tournament. Steve, we've already seen him. Macho Ghost, we'll see him in the next region. And Turtle are all entered in the tournament. They were given spots, but Steve's spot was on the line last month, as I mentioned, in that Tag Team Madness match. Able to retain his spot, and in the process knocked two of his rivals, Leo Rush and Ken Shamrock, out of the tournament, while gaining entry into the tournament for himself and Jon Moxley, who we will see later in the tournament. But Turtle entered in the tournament, giving up his referee duties to compete in the tournament for the title. That is why Alfonso's the referee and not Turtle. Turtle, also a former Battle Royal champion and the pizza eating champion of the universe. I don't know how he won that title, but he did. He loves to carry it around. Saw him backstage with the belt, shows it off everywhere. I don't know how one competes for a pizza eating championship or how one wins it, but I do know when it comes to eating pizza, I don't know if there's anyone better than Turtle. Rich Swann is the Impact Wrestling, as of this recording, the Impact Wrestling World Champion. He will defend that title on April 25th at Rebellion against Kenny Omega, the AEW Champion, in a champion versus champion match. So Rich Swann, if he were victorious here and could outlast the other men in the tournament, could walk out of this tournament with 3 belts in his possession. Add that TGPW title and become Swann 3 belts, or Richie 3 belts. I like Richie 3 belts. If you like the Amazing Turtle edit here and you would like to download him, you can. You can find him on the FirePro PlayStation 4 website, firepro-w.com. That is where you can get the Amazing Turtle. You can also get this ring that I created, the ring mat, the ring canvas. These were all custom created by myself. You can find these edits on there. Just search Amazing Turtle. You will find him. Search TGPW, and you'll be able to find, in the search function, and you'll be able to find this ring. The canvas, the apron, and all of my other creations as well. Well, if you search the Gorilla Position Wrestling, you'll find this apron, or this ring, rather. Let me confirm that. Yes, if you search the Gorilla Position, you'll find this ring mat, the previous ring mat, the Guerrilla Warfare ring mat, and all the ring aprons as well. So you'll find the aprons, the ring mats, all that. If you search Amazing Turtle, you'll find the turtle. There's the trifecta of German suplexes, a 2.9 kick out by Swann, series of punches by Turtle. He says, "Kiss my shell, Rich Swann." It's a battle of the Animal Kingdom. Swann versus Turtle. Roll up by Turtle, and oh, Swann with a 2.9 kick out. Turtle nearly upsetting Swann there. Swann deciding to do a series of cartwheels, follows it up with a flipping senton. Both men trading shots now. Turtle with the drop kick gets the better of that exchange. But Swann answers back with a DDT. Irish whip shoots him off, catches him with a bulldog coming in. Turtle out on his feet, Swann off the ropes. Flips him over into a pin. 3, and he got him. He caught him center of the ring. With that head scissors into the pin. And he does a little dance. Rich Swann is moving on. Rich Swann with the leg cross flying roll-up pin on Turtle gets the pin in 12 minutes 34, 83% on that one. Rich Swann will face Utami Hayashishita in the second round. So that ends that half of the tournament brackets. That region, those two regions have been completed. All right, we are back in the second, not the second round, the second half of this tournament, first round. We are in the next region, if you will. We've got Macho Ghost versus Ricky Morton coming up next. Of course, Macho Ghost, the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, one of the guests, not guests, but one of the hosts, rather, of the Gorilla Position on Open Talk Radio 313theflash.com and blogtalkradio.com and facebook.com/The Gorilla Position. Macho Ghost has competed in all of the events so far for TGPW, has been victorious in every one, including his impressive win in a 2 out of 3 falls match over the national treasure Nick Aldis, where he defeated the NWA champion not once but twice and 2 straight falls. He completely destroyed him in that 2 out of 3 falls match. Clean sweep. Aldis not able to get a single victory in that one. That victory, in addition to being a host of the show, enabled Macho Ghost to get an opportunity, a spot in this tournament. He kept the undefeated streak alive in tag team action as he and his son, Black Machismo Jay Lethal, were able to beat Jake the Snake Roberts and Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk Monster, at our last event, Tag Team Madness. He's looking to bring a little madness here to the tournament. Win the tournament and the title. We know Macho has won tournaments in the past. He won the King of the Ring tournament. He won the tournament at WrestleMania 4 to become the WWE champion. There's the elbow drop. Can he win this tournament to become the TGPW champion? His opponent opposite to him is the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. Flying elbow drop, beautifully done by Macho Ghost. Is that it? No! Morton out at 2.9. Ricky Morton and Randy Savage have history. Savage pile driving Morton through a table at the Mid-South Coliseum in Nashville, Tennessee back in 1984. Macho Ghost claims that he killed Morton on that day and that the Morton that we talked to recently on the Gorilla Position was not the true Ricky Morton, that Ricky Morton was dead. But Morton here to prove that he's very much alive and wants some retribution, if you will, on the Macho Ghost. Would like nothing more to knock the Macho Ghost out of the tournament. Look at that slap to the face, follows it up with a lariat. What for the knee drop off the top to Ricky Morton, but he missed. Flying elbow for the Macho Ghost, follows it up with another flying elbow, but he missed. Morton able to avoid the second flying elbow drop from the Macho Ghost, catches him with a drop kick. Macho has him up, spikes him with that pile driver. Combination of punches to the chin and the gut, the solar plexus. Ball finishes it up with a big shot to the face. Morton able to catch a breather temporarily by tossing Macho Ghost out of the ring. Macho Ghost again with that punch combination. Side Russian leg sweep by the Macho Ghost. Goes behind back elbow by Morton. Morton shoots him off on the Irish whip, catches him coming in with the drop kick. Patented Rock and Roll Express drop kick. Rock and Roll Express holding tag team titles in every major promotion in the 1980s. Or at least in the National Wrestling Alliance in the 1980s. Smoky Mountain Wrestling as well. Hurricane Rana, but no. Up to the top, flying elbow, but no. Morton gets out of there. Morton avoids the contact. It's a dragon screw leg whip. Morton setting him up on the top rope. He's thinking superplex here, maybe. No! Frankensteiner off the top by Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton proving you can show an old dog new tricks. A Frankensteiner off the top by Morton. Macho setting him up for that superplex off the second. There it is. But Macho and Morton both dazed. That took a lot out of both men. You can see it right there. Macho has him set up perfectly. Flying elbow, traveled halfway across the ring with that one, and he got him. The Macho Man. The ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Victorious here over Ricky Morton as he keeps the streak alive. The Macho Ghost beats Ricky Morton 13 minutes, 2 seconds with the Macho Man elbow. The patented elbow drop from the Macho Man. Nobody does it better. 74% on that one. The ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, advances. He will take on the winner of our next match, the host of the Stoverload podcast, Mike Stover, and the leader of Kayfabe, the People's Band, Koko T. Ware, the Black Man. Both Koko and Stover guests on the show. That is why they're in this tournament. Mike Stover decked out in the suit with the blue shirt and the necklace. Koko T. Ware wearing Frankie on his white tights right there. Koko T. Ware loves to slap the bass, but he would love slapping the bass, man. But he would love nothing more to slap Stoverload here in the face, get that 3 count, and advance in the tournament. Stoverload hosts the Stoverload podcast, a music podcast, but frequently appears on the gorilla position in a segment titled Stump the Swink, where he tries to stump me every week with trivia questions pertaining to professional wrestling. I love that little dance there from Koko as he sent Stover out of the ring. Again, the winner of this match will face the ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, in round number 2. So whoever wins this match is going to have their work cut out for them. As I talked about earlier, Macho Ghost a dominant force so far in TGPW. Cover and just a 1 count as Koko able to kick out. Stover and Koko trading shots. Nice knife edge chop by Koko T. There's a vertical suplex. Knee drop by Koko. Stover sends him in the corner. But Koko with the brain buster. 5 minutes gone in this one. There's the headbutts from Koko. Drops an elbow. Does Koko. Stover out on his feet. Doesn't know where he is. Gets caught with another brain buster. Koko drags him out. Doesn't go for a cover though as Stover back to his feet. Stover sent into the buckle. And now rapid fire punches in the corner. Koko with a little dance levels him with a clothesline. I love the little dance there. That's great. There's a hip toss. Oh no! Stoverload collided with referee Bill Alfonso. Alfonso is down. Standing sidekick by Stoverload. Alfonso comes to and just gets one on the count to Stover. Unfortunately for him, referee Alfonso collided with Stoverload. We got our first ref bump here in the tournament. We've already seen interference as Cobb interfered in Ospreay's match. There's a knee breaker, but Koko was looking for something off the ropes, thought better of it though, put on the brakes. Another brain buster by Koko. That's the third brain buster he's hit in this match. Is that it? Alfonso cover makes the count. A bloody Bill Alfonso makes the count at 2.9. There it is, the Stoverload. He hits the Stoverload. 2 and 2. Koko kicks out of the Stoverload. Nice leaping kick right to the brainstem. And now we see Stover has new life here after the big kick out. Off the ropes goes Stover, hits a spinning wheel kick. Brainbuster again by Koko. That's the fourth brainbuster he's hit in this match. Is that enough? 2 and 3. He got him at Stoverload. Could not kick out. Could not get the shoulder up before the 3 as Koko T picks up the win. So now we know it will be the Macho Goes versus Koko T. Ware. The Black Man, Koko T. Ware versus the Ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. 84% after the Bird Buster. 11 minutes, 6 seconds. Koko T. Ware defeats Stoverload. I believe that was an 84 on that match. Pretty good matchup there between Mike Stover and Koko T. Ware. Our second round matchup is now set. Next, we've got Lucha Libre action for you on tap, as we've got the mysterious Guatemalan masked luchador El Gran Blanco Presentadora taking on CMLL's Ultimo Guerrero. Let's head to the ring for this matchup. Here we go, Ultimo Guerrero in the black with green trim and the beautiful mullet. El Gran Blanco Presentadora in the very colorful mask, the red, the blue, with a very colorful singlet on as well. Love those, love that design there, very tropical themed. Not much is known about the mysterious masked luchador El Gran Blanco Presentadora, except he was invited into this tournament after he sent me a mysterious email talking about him being a champion in Guatemala for many years. Guatemalan champion, holding it for an ungodly amount of time. Talking about how he is the one that truly ended Goldberg's undefeated streak. That it was not Kevin Nash with the assist of Scott Hall and a taser, but he claims that he was the one to end Goldberg's unbeaten streak. Wait a minute. Already in this match, we've got Turtle coming out here. We saw Turtle earlier in this tournament. He was defeated by Rich Swann, but he's out here and it looks like he's helping Gran Blanco. I don't know what kind of alliance is formed here between the masked luchador Gran Blanco and Turtle here, but he seems to be assisting him in this match here against Ultimo Guerrero. Ultimo Guerrero, CMLL World Champion, member of Los Guerreros Infiernos. And I don't know what Turtle's doing out here, but
Here he is, assisting Gran Blanco in this match. And as quickly as he came, the turtle goes back in his shell. Back to the sewer with you. There's a spear from Gran Blanco. Should have a counter up in the corner how many times we see a spear here. Unique cover by Gran Blanco. Only gets 2. There's a submission hold applied. A unique submission hold applied by Ultimo. But Gran Blanco doesn't give it up. Sweeps out the legs, does Ultimo. Ultimo heads to the top, looking for something big here. There's a double axe handle off the top. A stretch muffler. Ha ha! Busted out some unique submission holds. That unique submission he had on earlier, and then a stretch muffler, a move we don't see very often anymore in wrestling. Caught him coming in with the spear. Great momentum there. But Ultimo Guerrero showing his resiliency, kicking out at 2. That is why he's a champion, folks. And here's a sushi roll. A very familiar move to viewers of this channel. We saw this earlier with Steve Ahrendt and Nyla Rose. And now we see Gran Blanco doing the same move. I don't know about that. And now the bionic elbow. A very familiar taunt. And then again to the sushi roll. This is, I don't know what's going on here, but there's a cover. Something seems rotten in the state of Denmark here, folks, with this guy. Sliding drop kick, then a knee drop. Nice counter by Gran Blanco, though. Able to use his weight to his advantage. Shift the weight. And back to the sushi roll again. Goes Gran Blanco. But Ultimo back to his feet. Guerrero has him up. Again goes for that submission. Can he get Gran Blanco to give it up? No. Chopping him down like a giant redwood tree is Ultimo, but a low blow right there by Gran Blanco. Not afraid to bend the rules. We've seen interference. We've seen the low blow. Gran Blanco, definitely a rudo. There's a cover, and 3. He got him. Gran Blanco Presentadora wins with a spear, and why is he using Steve Ahrendt's music? What is going on here? Something is off. Something is amiss here. But Blanco Presentadora defeats Ultimo Guerrero 12-12 with a spear, 80% on that one. Huh. Well, moving on, we've got Jon Moxley versus Warhorse. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Indeed. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this Gran Blanco Presentadora thing, but seems very suspicious. The whole thing. The moveset, the music, aligning himself with Turtle. Yeah. Well, here's Jon Moxley, here's Warhorse. Warhorse, of course. Warhorse, of course. I promise to stop overusing that. I realize when I record the show, I realize I say of course quite a bit, but I wanted to say that here because it rhymes with Warhorse. So I'm going to try to limit myself to how many times I say of course from now on, as I say it again. But Warhorse debuted in TGPW at our inaugural event, Gorilla Position, where he was victorious over Danzig. Danzig and Warhorse met again at Tag Team Madness in a tag team contest where Warhorse teamed with the enigmatic Battlepony. Warhorse and Battlepony defeating the team of Danzig and Zandig as Danzig met Zandig. Battlepony scoring the win in that one with the single leg crab submission victory over Zandig. So Warhorse 2-0 so far in TGPW in singles and tag team action. 1 win apiece. Drags him out of the corner. Moxley, meanwhile, hasn't fared very well in singles matches as he is, or at least in a triple threat match, as he lost the triple threat match at Gorilla Position, our inaugural event, when he was the first person eliminated in the match, as Riho eliminated him from the Mama Swings favorites through a elimination match. But he got a shot at redemption as he and Steve Ahrendt won the high stakes tag team main event. There's the Bulldog choke. We've seen him defeat many guys with this move recently in AEW as the AEW champion. But a shot at redemption for Moxley as he and Steve were victorious in a high stakes tag team match in our main event of Tag Team Madness, where Moxley that is, and Steve Ahrendt defeated the team of Leo Rush and Ken Shamrock to gain entry into this tournament. That is why he is here. Double stomp out of the hanging tree of woe by Warhorse. But Moxley back to his feet, gives him the middle finger, hits a discus lariat, but a discus elbow, a rolling elbow, if you will, from Warhorse. What an exchange right there between these two. And what a matchup this is. What a counter. Oh my God. The paradigm shift off the second. I don't know why he didn't cover him, but he went for another paradigm shift, and Warhorse back to his feet. Hits a back suplex. Warhorse measures him. Shotgun dropkick sends him all the way across the ring. It looked like he hit his head on the bottom turnbuckle. Pop-up power bomb, sit out, and a 2.9 kick out. Warhorse, the former IWTV Independent Wrestling Champion, longest reigning champion in that title's history, recently losing that title to Lee Moriarty. Looking to win some gold here. Jackknife powerbomb. No! Powerbomb, jackknife pin, if you will. A 2.9. Into the Bulldog choke goes Moxley. Can he get Warhorse to give up? Will Warhorse tap? No. Knife edge chops by Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley to date the longest reigning AEW World Champion, recently losing the title to Kenny Omega. Standing sliced bread. Sets him up perfectly. Warhorse taunts. There it is. Death by double stop. Warhorse may have knocked off Moxley here. And no, Moxley out at 2. What a matchup here between these two. Great former champions. Would love to be champion again by winning this tournament. It's a shame one of them has to lose. First time ever matchup between these two in any form. Whether it be a video game, whether it be IRL, it doesn't matter. What matters right now is that these two are going toe-to-toe, head-to-head. Paradigm shift, but Warhorse is first to his feet at DDT. Warhorse staggered. Moxley double axe handle to the back. Sends him off the ropes, does Warhorse, but Moxley caught him coming in with a knee. Stinging chops from the Warhorse. He's measuring him for that lariat. He loves to do that lariat off the ropes. Here it comes. But no, Moxley saw it coming. Well scouted by Mox. He has studied the Warhorse. He knew that lariat was coming, had the presence of mind to hit him with a clothesline coming in. Warhorse, I think, just trying to get his bearings here. Pile driver by Mox. This match has taken a lot out of both of these guys. It's a very physical, hard-hitting, back-and-forth matchup as they're evenly matched, to say the least. Back to the Bulldog choke. Is this enough? And it is. Warhorse has no choice but to give it up. An incredible back and forth battle between Moxley and Warhorse. But Moxley picks up the submission victory with that Bulldog choke. in 14 minutes, 33 seconds, 92% on that one. What a great matchup that was. And I forgot to set the timer. Well, next up we've got Keiji Muto versus Marty Drip Drip. Let's get into that one. A legendary Keiji Muto, also known by his other persona, the Great Muta, but here he is as Keiji Muto. Keiji Muto at 58 years of age, the current reigning GHC heavyweight champion in Pro Wrestling Noah. Unbelievable that a 58-year-old Muto, who's had double knee replacement surgery, artificial knees and all, is a world champion and a wrestling promotion in 2021. Well, he's squaring off against the producer of TGPW in his alter ego, his persona, Marty Drip Drip, paying homage to his favorite wrestler, or one of his favorite wrestlers, Johnny Drip Drip, John Morrison, Joe Mo. He is the minister of Mojo. Marty Drip Drip. You know, he's got the new hairstyle. As he saw Johnny Drip Drip's new hairstyle, he thought, hey, I gotta get that same hairstyle. So he said to the barber, he said, give me the Jomo, please. And the barber looked at him like, who the hell's Jomo? And so then he had to pull out his phone and explain everything about it. And the barber was like, okay. And just proceeded to give him the haircut. But all jokes aside, Marty Drip Drip coming into this thing after a humiliating loss to Jim Ross and Penelope Ford in tag team action at Tag Team Madness, when he and his bae, Trish Stratus, who's no doubt watching this match intently, he was forced to give up to Jim Ross's claw hold that we saw earlier in this tournament, the testicular claw, one of the most devastating moves in Fire Pro. A very uncharacteristic heel Jim Ross in that match. He was absolutely vicious. No remorse from Jim, good old JR. He beat that man pillar to post and was not afraid to use dirty tactics, pulling out a fork at one point, bloodying up Marty. Marty stood no chance, as Jim Ross was just too much for him, as Jim and his bae, Penelope Ford, won over Marty Drip Drip and Trish. But Marty here has a shot to get in the win column, to pick up his first W, take it to the pay window. If he can knock off a legend in professional wrestling in Keiji Muto, a living legend. Nice 450 splash to the back, rolls him over, goes for the cover. There's another story to this match, as Muto was seen photographed with Jomo's bae, Trish Stratus, and having seen, Mojo's. Cover to a, no, not Jomo, but Marty Drip Drip's bae, Trish Stratus. He was seen photographed with Keiji Muto, with Trish. Keiji Muto was seen photographed with Trish. Easy for me to say. That set off Marty Drip Drip, and he demanded this first round match with Keiji Muto. He called the offices and said, I know I'm in the tournament. I know Muto was entered in the tournament. I want him in the first round. Give me Muto. And I was happy to oblige him. And that is why we have Marty Drip Drip versus Keiji Muto here in the first round. So not only is the title at stake here, Shining Wizard, but doesn't go for a cover. Instead, he picks him up. Not only the title is at stake here, but he's fighting for his bae, Trish Stratus, is Marty Drip Drip. Jealousy. Super kick, but a drop kick from Muto takes down Marty. Sets him up. Shining Wizard. Cover 2 and 3. Marty Drip Trip gets defeated by Kijimuto and the Shining Wizard. Well, chalk up another L for Marty Drip Drip here as he falls victim to the Shining Wizard in 11 minutes, 18 seconds. 80% on that one. Muto moving on. Muto waits the winner of our next matchup in the TGPW title tournament. It sees the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kijimuto taking on the Ultimate Finesser Chris Bay. Chris Bay earned a spot in this tournament by winning a 6-man scramble match at our inaugural event, Guerrilla Warfare. In the first match in the history of TGPW, he was victorious in the opening contest in a 6-man scramble. That was enough to earn the Ultimate Finesser Chris Bay a spot in our tournament. He has drawn the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, man who considers himself God now that he has won and unified the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Championship belts. Ankle lock applied by Ibushi, but Bay able to get out. Bay, a former X Division champion in Impact Wrestling, has competed in New Japan for them in their Super J Cup tournament. Before in the past standing, moonsault press gets a 1 count. Does Ibushi. Already we've seen what some would consider some upsets here in the first round. I don't know if anyone expects Chris Bay to beat Ibushi here, but stranger things have happened in this tournament so far. You saw the kicks right there from Kota Ibushi. Ibushi with a background in kickboxing as he applies a camel clutch, but Bay fires back with a knife edge chop, sends Ibushi in the corner, but Ibushi out of the corner, gets caught with a chop, blocks the kick and applies a leg grapevine. Leg lace. Trading shot, snap mare by Ibushi. PK right to the back, and another one. Those soccer ball kicks to the spine, the lower back of Bay. Running palm strike by Ibushi, and another soccer ball kick. Nice neck breaker by Bay. Beautiful kick combination by Ibushi. He goes behind. Standing switch reversal by Bay. Forearm to the back. Kneeling super kick. Nice offense there, but Ibushi takes him down. The slam. Another soccer ball kick. Lots of kicks to the back. Poison Rana and a twisting senton out of the corner. And a double stomp and another stomp. What a combination by Bay. Bay avoids whatever he was going for in that corner as he scales up the ropes, hits a DDT, goes up top. Double stomp to the chest of Ibushi. Heads up again. Another double stomp, but this time Ibushi out of the way. Has him up. Sit out, last ride, 2 and no. Able to get out at 2.9. The combo from Ibushi. The palm strike follows it up. Ibushi sent into the buckle, into the blue corner. There's a knee from Bay. Bay catches him coming out of the corner with a forearm. Ibushi with a shot to the stomach. Inside cradle, caught him, and nearly had a 3. Ibushi almost caught unawares, able to get out. The last second, German suplexes him into the buckle. It's another soccer ball kick. But a neck breaker again by Bay, followed by a drop kick, both feet in the face on that seated drop kick. Irish whip sends him off. Clothesline by Ibushi. Ibushi with a running stomp. Pulls him over. Stomps him in the back now. To the chest, to the back with the stomps is Ibushi. Ibushi and Bay now trading shots. Strikes, if you will. Bay gets the best of that exchange. Frog splash to the back. Off the top rope. Irish whip. Caught him with a running power slam. Standing moonsault. Rather, a moonsault off the rope springboard style. Not even a one count. The rope's there to save Bay. A neck breaker, both guys go down. This has been a fast-paced matchup to say the least. As you saw there for a moment, both men just having to catch their breath. Standing switch reversal by Bay. Bay with the rolling elbow out of the ripcord. Beautiful move right there by Bay. But Ibushi fires him off, hits the running power slam. Nice kick combination by Bay. Ibushi caught him with the rod, just spiked him right on his head. Doesn't go for a cover though. Bay fires back with a stinging chop. Crowd's into this one. What a left hand by Ibushi, just caught him right in the face. There it is. The Kamagoye. Put Bay back to his feet. Another Kamagoye. He picked him up. I don't know why he picked him up, but he did. Basement drop kick by Bay. Ibushi calling for the Kamagoye again, and there it is. Rolls him over, covers him. 1, 2, and 3. Kota Ibushi with the Kamagoye. The third time was the charm. As he finishes off Rich Swann with the Kamagoye. And 15 minutes, 40 seconds, 79%. He finished off Chris Bay, not Rich Swann. I apologize to Chris Bay for calling him Rich Swann. That is not Rich Swann. That is the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay. Chris Bay is your winner. He will... Not Chris Bay. Kota Ibushi is your winner. Man, I'm really fucking up right now. Apologies. But Ibushi wins. Ibushi moves on. And he will face Keiji Muto. What a matchup that's going to be. Jacob Fatu versus Daisuke Sakamoto is our next match. Let's go to that match right now. As I look for the charger for my PlayStation 4 remote here. Jacob Fatu is the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. Well, Daisuke Sakamoto is representing BJW, Big Japan Pro Wrestling. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, a member of Contra Unit as well. Will we see Contra Unit get involved in this match? We've already seen United Empire get involved in Ospreay's match, but it proved to be a detriment rather than an aid to Ospreay, as he ended up losing in an upset to Aeroboy. But Contra Unit, they've known to interfere in MLW affairs before. especially those involving members of their own. And Fatu is the premier member of Contra Unit, being the MLW World Champion. Their leader, Joseph Samael, is no doubt watching this match in the locker room area very closely. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Contra Unit members were to get involved here. And look at that, I found my charger. Whether it be Akira Kwan, whether it be the mysterious masked man Mads Kruger, whether it be Davari, Sean Davari, or whether it be that maniac Simon Gotch, or Samael himself might do the dirty work. Who knows? We've seen him use fireballs before in the past. But Fatu has proven that he doesn't need the other members of Contra Unit to win matches. He's been an absolute destructive force in MLW, the longest reigning, to my recollection, MLW champion in that title's history. Of course, the name Fatu, member of the Anoa'i Wrestling Samoan family. That includes wrestlers like Rikishi Fatu, Umaga, Rosie, Roman Reigns, Yokozuna, by extension, The Rock, the Usos. So many wrestlers, the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, Samu, the Tongan Kid. Yes, Jacob Fatu, part of that very famous Samoan wrestling family. There's a cover by Fatu. He said it's over, but no. Sakamoto able to kick out 2.9. Locks on that Scorpion Deathlock. Shades of Ricky Choshu right there, the inventor of the Scorpion Deathlock. No, it wasn't Bret Hart. It wasn't Sting. Ricky Choshu was the man to innovate the sharpshooter, brought it over to Japan, from Japan, rather than Scorpion Deathlock. It was Bret Hart who renamed it the sharpshooter. German suplex, 2.9 kick out. But Choshu was the one to do the Scorpion hold, the Scorpion Deathlock. Ron Garvin and Sting were the first ones in the States to start using that move. Then Bret Hart used it as his finish in the WWF. Delayed German with a bridge and a 2.9 kick out by Fatu. Look at the strength on display, the big boy energy on display for Sakamoto, able to get the big man Fatu up for that German. Lariat turns him inside out, drags him out, goes behind, measuring him for another Lariato. Hooks the leg, 2 and no! Fatu out at 2.9. Business has picked up in this one. Sakamoto is following Fatu to the outside. Germans him on the floor. And now is applying the Scorpion Deathlock as the hold I talked about earlier on the outside of the ring. This is not going to win him the match. Both men avoid the double count out. That could have been disastrous. So they get back in at 14. Sakamoto, well, that was a mistake. But there's the DDT. As I was talking about the Scorpion Deathlock, popularized here in the States by guys like Sting and Bret Hart. Bret Hart called it the sharpshooter instead of the Scorpion Deathlock. But Choshu is the one that really was the first to use it in popular wrestling, at least in Japan. And Garvin and Sting brought it in. Splash off the top. Look at that. And that is enough. That Samoan splash from Fatu off the top wins this heavyweight battle here. The big man Fatu showing off his agility with that beautiful splash off the top rope. Great height on that one. The Superfly splash. 15 minutes, 20 seconds as Fatu wins this heavyweight battle. 84%. Knocks off Daisuke Sakamoto. Sakamoto put up a very good fight, and there was no contra-unit interference. It was a clean match. Fatu earning that victory 100% of the way. Rounding out the first round of this tournament, the last half of this bracket, the last half of this region, the last match, it is the Hangman, Adam Page, against the Ring of Honor World Champion, the leader of Los Facciones Ingobernables, El Toro Blanco, Rush. Hangman Adam Page, a member of the AEW roster, but also here in TGPW, won his first match at Guerrilla Warfare in a Mama Swink's Favorites three-way elimination match, defeating Jon Moxley and Rio in that match, and he now holds the title of Mama Swink's favorite wrestler. So Mama Swink has invested interest in this matchup. You know she's going to be rooting for the Hangman, Adam Page, in this one, over El Toro Blanco Rush. Hangman looking to do some cowboy shit and grab the bull by the horns. Speaking of bull's horns, Rush loves to use that move out of the corner, his finisher, the bull's horns, that drop kick. He'll be looking to hit that one and pick up the win. While Hangman uses that buckshot lariat, also known to use the Deadeye, however. Both of those moves have got victories for Hangman in many promotions, including the likes of NJPW, Ring of Honor, and AEW. Standing moonsault press by Hangman, got a 1 count. Rush, originally from CMLL in Mexico, left that promotion, came to Ring of Honor. Nice fall-away slam with the kip up by Hangman. Signature move right there by the Hangman. Page with the vertical suplex. But Rush came to Ring of Honor, formed La Facciones Ingobernables, an offshoot of Los Ingobernables in Mexico, with his brother Dragon Lee, K-I-N-G, King, Kenny King, and his father, Bestia del Ring, along with Amy Rose. But yes, Rush was a member of Los Ingobernables, a popular faction in Mexico, so popular that when Naito came over from New Japan Pro Wrestling to join that group, he returned to NJPW and formed his own offshoot of Los Ingobernables, called Los Ingobernables de Japan, the ungovernable of Japan, if you will. And LIJ was born. Rush has competed in, there it is, Tranquilo, indeed. But Rush has competed in New Japan, teaming up with LIJ members, Naito and all the rest. Nice German suplex released by Rush. But Rush now has his own faction, LFI rather, in ROH, with Dragon Lee, Kenny King, and his father Bestia del Ring. As I mentioned earlier, Rush is the Ring of Honor World Champion. Two-time Ring of Honor World Champion. He heads to the top rope, hits the senton off the top. Hangman Page, as I mentioned, competed in promotions like ROH and NJPW before, ending up in AEW. There's the Deadeye, but doesn't go for a cover. I don't know how wise that was. When you have a guy like Rush down, you should go for the cover when an opportunity presents itself. Flying lariat by the Hangman, but Rush back to his feet. Running knee strike by Roosh. Roosh back to the top. Hits the senton again. Off the ropes. Running knee strike again. Catches Hangman. Hangman fights back though. Hangman drags him out. Has him set up for another reverse neckbreaker. I thought he was going for the Deadeye again. But no, reverse neckbreaker. Follow-away slam into the kip up. Follow-away slam into another kip up. Hangman starting to build some momentum here. Reverse neckbreaker again. Standing moonsault press. Is that enough? Two and third. No! Roosh out of 2.9. We've seen Hangman compete to crown the inaugural AEW World Champion. He lost that match to Chris Jericho. He was in the Eliminator Tournament to get a title shot against Moxley. He lost that match in the finals to Kenny Omega. So when the big match has come along, Canadian Destroyer by Roosh, and he takes a bow. Doesn't go for a cover though. Runs off the ropes and hits him with another knee strike. When the big match has arisen, Hangman has been unable so far in AEW to win the big one. Losses to Jericho and Omega. But a win here against Roosh would go a long, long way in building the confidence of the anxious millennial cowboy, Hangman Adam Page. As it would be quite a scalp or a feather in his hat, if you will, for the Hangman. Setting him up. Here it comes. Off the ropes. Buckshot lariat. But he doesn't go for the cover. Deadeye. But again picks him up. Flying lariat from the Hangman. But Roosh is back up first. Unbelievable offensive combination there from the Hangman, but he did not go for a cover, but rolls over and locks in the camel clutch, and Roosh taps out. No LFI members here to save Roosh. As Kenny Omega's music is playing, so that distracted me. As Hangman Adam Page is victorious with that rolling camel clutch, he gets the submission win over Roosh. 90%, 14:59 is the time on that one. Adam Page, the Hangman Adam Page, if you will, the Cowboy, is moving on to the second round. That completes the first round of the TGPW title tournament. Let's recap the results of the first round. Steve Ahrendt knocks off Nyla Rose in the opener. He will face Jason Powell, who defeated Kayvon in the second round. Kenny Omega defeats Bobby Lashley in a war. He will face Nick Gage, who defeated Tim Storm. That match in the second round. Jushin Thunder Liger defeats Battlepony as Aeroboy picks up a huge upset over Will Osprey. We now know it will be Jushin Thunder Liger versus Aeroboy in round number 2. Utami Hayashishita knocks off a WWE superstar, one of WWE's premier women's wrestlers, the Boss Sasha Banks. Hayashishita advances in the tournament. Rich Swann defeats the Amazing Turtle. We now know it will be Rich Swann versus Utami Hayashishita in round number 2. The ghost of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, defeats one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. Koko Ware, the Black Man, the leader of Kayfabe, the People's Band, defeated the host of the Stoverload podcast, Mike Stover. It'll be Macho Ghost versus Koko Ware in round 2. El Gran Blanco Presentadora defeated Ultimo Guerrero in this Lucha Libre matchup. Blanco will face Jon Moxley, who defeated Warhorse. It'll be Mox versus Blanco, round 2. Kiji Muto knocked off Marty Drip Drip in round number 1 as Marty's woes continue. Not only is his haircut bad, but his win-loss record is bad. Kota Ibushi defeats Chris Bay. It will be Ibushi versus Muto in round 2. How is that for a second round matchup? The Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu of Contra Unit defeats Daisuke Sakamoto of Big Japan. And he will face Hangman Adam Page, as we saw moments ago. Adam Page defeated Roosh. It's Fatu versus Page. The Cowboy versus the Werewolf in round 2. So there you have it, a recap of our first round matches. Some surprises there for sure. It'll be Ahrendt versus Powell round 2. Omega versus Gage. Liger versus Aeroboy. Utami Hayashishita versus Rich Swann. Macho Ghost versus Koko. Blanco versus Mox. Muto versus Ibushi. And Fatu versus Hangman. Those are all coming up in round number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, it will give you notification updates on when the next part of this tournament is posted. Also, like the video, add a comment. That would also help the channel out. If you already are subscribed to the channel, share this video with other people who might not be subscribed. Let's try to get as many subscribers as we can to this channel so I can keep bringing you more of this TGPW Fire Pro Wrestling goodness. Until next time, I'm your host, The Swink, signing off.